Okay. Let's see how this is working. Restart this. Oh, hello there, Ginger Ninja. Well, that was pretty quick that I started streaming and you hopped in. And welcome back as well, Groovehagen. Okay, well, we'll see how things go today. So, it took me a little bit longer to get back than I was planning. Parker ended up getting sick in the car, and of course, it was the one time that I didn't bring like my backpack full of stuff to clean him up, because, you know, it was just like, oh, we're just dropping his mom off at work and heading back, and he normally doesn't get car sick though, so I'm not really sure what to think of what that was today, but I don't know. Anyway, looks like we are doing pretty good. I think I'm gonna go ahead and grab some experience out right here. Well, I'm glad that you guys are getting notifications. Anyway, I can leave this way. Let's go ahead and see how much we can get going here with experience. I'm not really sure how many it's going to take to get everything fully mended, but... oh, wait, oops. That one does not have anything in it. Okay, well, I need to not have that one closed then. Looks like some of these... I don't know, I guess I'll lock them and just dump out what's underneath then. This is funky. I guess we'll move this to our main hand and... so it looks like it is mending this stuff, just as long as we have the correct setup there. We'll go ahead and call that good. These ones I'm going to leave locked, and we'll turn on the bottom thing to just dump everything out. I'm not sure if these are flowing out as well, but we'll turn those on to let everything dump out of these chests. I guess I can put these back in here. Okay, well, yeah, that's gonna be destroying all this stuff. If you missed this Ginger Ninja, then I just removed the lava things that I had at the end and made it so there's, what, 7 of them on each side, just to destroy all the blocks and stuff faster. So, and then we were working on a tree farm. So I had that thing with Parker, the whole incident, on my way over earlier. Oh, what I needed to grab. So I was going to grab some fence gates and some ice. Let's go ahead and go fix this tree farm real quick. I will be on call here in a little bit for what's like Instacart. It's just like some kind of Uber for groceries. The last time I had it on though, I got absolutely 0 calls. And so I'm just gonna leave it running in the background. If I need to go, then I'm sorry, but I'll have to cut the stream short. If not, then I'll just continue streaming. But yeah, out of the 2 days that I've done it now, I've only gotten 1 call, and it was at the very end of the 2nd day. So I'm really not worrying too much about, you know, about having to leave. So the whole thing with this earlier was just that the water streams are being a little bit funky. And I'm not a huge fan of trying to get water streams to all work perfectly. So what I'm going to do instead is just get rid of all these water streams and then just use the fence gates and ice, just so that I can get them pointing certain directions and just have them flow across the ice when it needs to slow down. So you'll see that here in a little bit. Anyway, so really I just need to be removing all these extra little bits of water blocks. So oh, and then as far as the new chest, so I have not seen too much information on that yet. I do know that there's like a new method of how they're doing things with the whole like Lino, how that distributes. So once I get that figured out a little bit more, I'll definitely let you guys know. But I just don't know exactly how that all works together, so anyway, once this is going a little bit better, then we'll just start making the chest so we can get the bamboo farm all the way to where it should be working great. So I haven't turned it back on yet, so I'll do that here in a moment as well. I was just trying to burn out the rest of the stuff that was in both sides there, which I think is pretty much done. So there's so many random things to be doing right now. Yeah, I was thinking about, like, after Parker's little incident in the car, I was thinking about just canceling the Instacart stuff for today. But where it's been as inconsistent as it is, and like it was saying that there was some kind of incident, I don't know, like a reliability thing, that it didn't want me to start having reliability problems, right? Then I just figured, what the heck, I'll just like leave it. It hasn't been going anyway most of the time, so okay, so if I do that, okay, let's do the same thing on this side. I'm just trying to think now of if there's a specific setup. So if it flows to the middle, right here, I can just add a couple more hoppers. It's not a big deal. And so maybe I should just try and do the middle areas, and we'll see what the ends look like here in a minute. Why is that not steady flowing water? There we go. Oh, and I did not have it going in the middle, so I need to remove that one and go to the end here. What the heck? Oh, and as far as the new server that I'm going to try and get on, I have not had the email yet saying that that can be set up, but that should happen sometime today as well. So hopefully I'll be getting a notification here shortly that I can get my new server going. So got a few different things going on today. It's going to be kind of a busy day for me. Oh, hello there, Gwiz. What's up? Is this gonna work? See, now if it flows to the corner, looks like they are flowing to the corner. So one thing I could do, how many hoppers do I have over here? Did I leave any? No? Okay, well let's just say that I just make some new stuff. Not working, do you mean that the water system is not working? Or what are you getting at there, Groovehagen? Because yeah, if it's the water system not working, then I don't know, it's just, yeah, the water system is not working. I could do, it's just such a hard decision for me exactly how I want to do this, because this actually works out okay as long as I put in a few more hoppers along each end. yeah, they should go to the chest. And then here, so watch, this is kind of the thought process that I have going, is that I just add these in on only certain areas. It's like right here we get some going, and right here, and it's going to add a few more hoppers, but I think it's going to be easier than trying to figure out all the other random stuff that has to happen with this. So once I get this in, I'm hoping that that provides enough, because I'm pretty sure that when the other stuff, when it flows in, oh, is it not going to the corner there? Oh, so it does go partially. We'll see if the corners are going to be an issue, but at least having a couple of hoppers here, I think these, like just having one stream of 3 hoppers is going to be enough to grab most of it. We'll go ahead, and when we cut everything down again, then we'll know for sure. It does look like we might have a little issue with the very corner there. I mean, that could be fixed just as easily with a bucket of water, right? Oh, hello there, drowned. So yeah, it's not going to create any water sources. And it's simple enough just to add that in, and I think that might cover us right here. Oh, yep, there you go, just put water in the corners. You know what to do. If the chat was a little bit faster, then I could just have you guys tell me what I need to be doing. Oh, so that's interesting. So I don't know if I can... Okay, looks like I can distribute stuff from my computer, because I'm going to not be able to use my phone for some of the things here, just because the whole dilemma, and then we don't need to waste the packed ice or fence gates or that. Oh, you know what, I have some more stuff in here as well. Did I not even grab that stuff out of the chest either? Brilliant. Okay, let's go ahead and start harvesting this stuff again, I guess. It looks like we're actually making a pretty good amount of wood already. for the amount of stuff that we have, so like just the amount of available spaces. And honestly, the tree farm, I'm not wanting to go super huge on it, because if I do keep it small, then I might be able to incorporate some other things into it later on. Oh, this is another dark oak. I'm not really sure if I like the changes that they did to dark oak. Like dark oak before, it was probably just about my favorite block. Like I really like how it looks. But with the extra oranginess that they added into it, I guess maybe not orange, but it's just more of like a creamy brown or something. But it's just got a little bit different of a look to it now. Oh, you know what I need to bring over here as well is just another bed near the tree farm. Because when I'm over here, I'm going to be wanna just be staying right in the area. Yeah, maybe I should do that real fast. I don't know how much nighttime you have, but yeah, I could always put a texture pack, but I don't know, I try and keep it as vanilla as I can. And so I'm trying to avoid using a texture pack. I know that's probably a lame answer, but yeah, like I've used texture packs before. But I just want to kind of keep everything vanilla here. So maybe I will do a texture pack. There is a specific setup that I like that's a couple of texture packs. That it still looks pretty vanilla, but it just makes it work a little better. And the other thing I probably need to do is get Optifine. I don't know if Optifine stays right up with the new updates though or no. Yeah, maybe just for wood I could do that as well. Anyway, I do know Optifine supposedly helps things to run a lot smoother. But with what I've seen on Optifine, then it seems like it's just a little bit behind. Which would just be easier for me to control with the server. Because, you know, the vanilla Minecraft, it wants to update things immediately. Like if you're on just a normal single player game. So... hopefully this picks up most of the stuff here. Make sure that we try and grab all these extra little hangers off the jungle trees. That's one of the reasons why I like using spruce. It's just that the spruce trees, they grow straight up without any branches. And so you don't have to deal with any of those extra little branches that hang off to the sides of the main trunk. Because those just complicate the whole cutting process when you're cutting it all down. If you accidentally leave a block, then you have leaves that don't just fall on their own or disappear. But yeah, I think with this we're going to have a pretty dang good start on our wood supplies for that next step that we got going here for the bamboo farm. Because yeah, I've only done, what is this, the second time or third time? I don't feel like I've harvested very much because I've only harvested on stream. And it's been very fast that we've been gaining all of this stuff, so. Oh, looks like there's a water source block there that I need to add. Maybe just one in the very center. On each of these. Actually move it right there. We'll do just a couple more just to make sure that things work out okay. And that's good enough. Okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna hurry and harvest what's here. And then we'll start turning all the wood into chests and hoppers and start making our big system to sort things going down. And that's going to be kind of a, I don't know, it's going to be a little bit of a process in of itself to figure out all that stuff. Oh, thank you for the ice cream, Quiz. It's delicious. Anyway, looks like we do have very few as well that are not landing within that little where the hopper minecarts are. So we could probably put some more hopper minecarts down, but I think the loss is going to be small enough, because as long as it lands anywhere close to that hopper minecart, then it's good. So what is that little colorful jelly thing? Is that like an ice cream monster or something, or is it doing a little ice cream dance, or if there is such thing as an ice cream monster, I'd probably really like him. I don't know, I guess maybe you could make ice cream scary and somehow, but I think you'd have to be trying pretty hard to do that. Okay, here we go. So we got, yeah, it's a good bit of wood here. Let's just check and make sure there's no more little floater areas of leaves here. That's a good candidate to check, so let's hurry and hop on up. And I think real fast before I do that, oh, it's a bird. Oh, I see the beak now. I thought that was just a really big open mouth before. Okay, well, I'm gonna go check on Parker because he's in the bath after his little incident, and I'll be right back. Yeah, I think you're right about that being a bird there. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I don't know if you were here, Gwiz, but when I was taking Ashley to work to drop her off, then Parker had a little throw-up incident in the car. So, not only did I make it back to the stream later than I was wanting to, but now he's also in the bathtub, and I'm just hoping that I don't get any Instacart orders too fast. So, let's see. I think we're good now. It's just waiting for all the rest of those leaves to break apart. So, is there a dead spot right there, really? Huh. That's just part of being a parent, though, I guess. You gotta deal with that kind of stuff. So I am slightly positive on the amount of jungle saplings that I have. So I started out with 16 originally. Spruce, I think we only did 4, right? So we've already doubled that. Dark oak, I am not really sure how many we started with. I think we started with 32. So we might be doing pretty good there as well. We'll see where we end up at with all that, though. Is there something outside here? Yeah, let's grab that. So it looks like I need to extend this outer perimeter just a bit as well. So I might have to mess with the water streams a little bit more just because of that anyway. So that's always something I can do in the future, though. I don't have to do it immediately. Okay, let's see. We can put these back and I'll just do a couple more of the dark oak. Or the last 3. Yeah, I might just transition it to dark oak and spruce only, just to make things a little easier on me, but let's see how many full stacks we can get here of chests. So yeah, this is literally just a couple of harvests, and I'm already like doing pretty dang good on the amount of chests that we've generated here. I really don't know how many I'm going to use, so I'm probably going to go way overboard. Oh, do I need to... okay, I need to be making some more, it looks like. Okay, last one is just the dark oak. We'll just see how many we can do with these now. Okay. Awesome. It's a really good amount. Looks like we have a few of these left over here that we can put on down. And I'm going to grab this stuff out so we can put this back in the ender chest here. That was just extra saplings. Okay, let's go. So I'm going to need the iron back out, but I'm going to go ahead and do that over here. And let's sleep as well. Okay, well I'm going to eat some stuff real fast, just while I'm working here for a moment, because I haven't eaten yet, and I need to be ready to go if I need to for the Instacart, so... I'll try not to be too noisy into your guys' ears, though. Like, definitely avoid doing that. Do I have more hoppers somewhere in one of these chests? I think I do somewhere, but I don't know for sure. So I've been kind of going through hoppers like a madman. So one of the good things with this last update, so I'm on the 14.1 now, so they updated it just a little bit more. And one of the big things is that they did a lot of bugs fixes, and apparently there were some other issues that were going on that were slowing things down with villagers and with the chunk loading errors and stuff. So now that that's fixed, hopefully it will run even better than it was as well. Well, thank you for the other ice cream, and not sure what that other little video is. Okay. Well, I'm thinking I'm actually remembering what I need to do. I think I need to grab my redstone as well. So basically, oh here, let's turn all the farms on again. So what needs to happen here, I need to go grab some redstone pieces real fast from my mine. Because I just removed the redstone to keep the farm shut off, but now that I'm back and starting on this, I should be able to get everything fixed within time. As you notice, I did a little bit of mining in here just to try and get some more resources. Oh, thank you for the lemon donation. And what is that Squidward thing? Is that from that one SpongeBob episode where the talent show one? I don't know if that is the exact episode for Squidward to do that dance, but there's a talent show one where Squidward does like this really weird dance like that. Anyway, so off stream a little bit ago, I went ahead and like worked on things a little bit as far as, oh here, it's this part right here. Okay, so I did add the redstone back in, it looks like, but I need to go ahead and update these things. And so that's going to be as simple as that, and then breaking it. Oh, I need to break one more down, there we go. Am I on the right level? There we go. So I just got to go ahead and be going down this way, breaking stuff as I go. And then that should get the entire farm running again. It's just that, yeah, like I accidentally got to where it was collecting way too much bamboo, and then it turned this whole thing into a slideshow that was miserable, and I needed to keep it shut off just to try and flesh things out a little bit. So I just built the bamboo farm too efficient. I might even only want to start up half of it and just see where we're at on rates that way. Like I'll just start up one side on each side, I think. Did I not get that glass block? Let's try and get this last one, and then I'll have to try and find that glass block real quick. Oh, that one did the same thing, holy cow. It's like all of a sudden the glass decided it did not want to be near me anymore. Okay, well all I have to do then is just lock these, and hopefully the glass hasn't already flown through the system. Oh shoot, and I just put my shulker there. I am awesome, guys. Holy cow, I am absolutely amazing. It might be behind this, but I can't tell for sure. No. Okay, let's check behind these ones and just see if there's anything that comes falling in. No. Shoot. I mean, the glass is just an annoyance, but accidentally putting my shulker in there, that was just bad. Are these ones dumped out yet? It's still dumping. It shouldn't be able to make it into that part of the system at least. Okay, well, I guess let's just try and come back in here. Is this? Oh, I'm just a little too high, that's why. Oh, but it's not even gonna help me anyway. Shoot, guys. This went from just a minor inconvenience to kind of something annoying here. Because if I start breaking too much, then it's just going to start messing with everything. But I need the... I need to find the glass in that shulker. Interpretive dancing. Is this all filled up now with... Oh boy. Why is this shopper app so stupid? Holy cow. There we go. Okay, let's see then. So it's got to be down this hopper chain somewhere. In the back of these, so I'm just gonna have to be pulling stuff out, I guess. All because of one stupid mistake. But the problem is I don't know where it got backed up to, and I'm not seeing stuff coming down here. So I mean, it's 2 pieces of glass and a purple shulker. Should be in the system somewhere. But apparently they're getting stuck somewhere. What is going on? Yeah, it's got absolutely no fuel in it, so I tried to move it out. I don't think you can burn a shulker, right? Yeah, it's got absolutely nothing going. There's 1 piece of glass. Is it just being that slow in the system? Like that slow to get through? That would really surprise me if it's being that slow to get through, but I guess there's a possibility. Okay, we'll just go up and go put the glass back in and head over to the other side, and we'll see if it's there in a minute. Oh, I think Parker might be all done. Hey bud, are you all done? It might be time to go get him out. Okay, well I'll go sleep and we'll give that a second. I'm gonna go get Parker out of the tub super fast. I'll be right back. Do you want to eat? Okay, I am back now, and what do we have going on here with the stream? I can't tell exactly what is going on with the stream right now, so but now that I don't have my phone, I don't have another little way to be checking stuff. So my phone has been kidnapped. Okay, well hopefully we'll see another piece of glass. That means the shulker's probably going to be making it into the system over here as well, which is good. We have it locked, right? Yeah, so it shouldn't make it further than that chest. And maybe while I'm thinking about it and being smart, then I'll go ahead and lock this chest as well. So now when we get stuff going, then we're not going to have any issues with it either. Here we go. Since apparently we're just losing all of the glass. I've lost 2 pieces of glass. Oh poop, holy cow. I guess I need to just hold down the shift button and then do the movement. Three. Maybe 3, I don't know. I don't know, whatever it is, we're doing okay at the moment with all of this. So the game, when it was lagging out super bad, it said something about the tick rate being what was taking up a lot of the stuff, so I'm hoping that they might have fixed some of that stuff. Do we still not have the shulker in here somewhere? What in the heck? So it should have been down this line somewhere. Is it just forever lost, or is it trapped in something? It might be in the hopper minecart. That might be a place to look a hopper minecart on that level. Oh, I didn't turn on the hopper minecarts on this side, that's why. Okay, anyway. Oh, looks like we have an issue with the hopper minecart over here. So the hopper minecart should all be on one large system. Oh, there we go. This is facing the wrong direction, so I'm glad I didn't try and start stuff there yet. Everything else is the same, I just flipped the bottom ones because they were going across here and it just didn't line up very well with some of the other stuff. Okay, so let's go ahead and check that hopper minecart then when it gets up there. No. Nothing here. Wasn't this top one? Was that shulker just legitimately lost in the system somewhere? Because the piece of glass I got after, but I don't know where it could be in the entire system, because those hoppers should just transfer stuff down almost instantaneously. And we still don't have anything in the fuel source area on this, so it's not like... Did it somehow... It shouldn't have made it into the cactus line either, though. That would be really bizarre if it did. I'm pretty sure that this is full all the way up. Yeah, so after letting it run, then this is already starting to back up completely all the way down to the end. I don't know, that is a mystery, guys. What do you think happened to that shulker? Am I just missing it? Is it not being picked up? Is it me being a retard and not realizing that it's over on the side or something? I really don't know what to do, though. I mean, I'm not seeing it anywhere on this. Pretty sure it was on this level, right? The second from the top. So I mean, if anything, it could be on the mycelium here somewhere still, somehow. Or maybe let's just break a couple pieces of glass and then just look down. Yeah, I don't see anything. And that goes down into these. And they are empty. I have no idea. I'm really at a loss right now. I can't think of what could have happened to that shulker box. Like, if it's not there now, like, or if it doesn't somehow end up in this chest, I really don't know where it would be. Like, it's just beyond me right now of... I mean, can you use a shulker as fuel? Like, if I take... Because I'm kind of even doubting that you could use shulker as fuel, right? I don't know, let's see. If it is, then it might have just burned up or something. No, it won't even let me put it there. So it's got to be stuck behind somewhere. So it might be in one of these hoppers going down. Okay, well, let's make a mess then, and we'll just have to clean it up later. Hopefully it's going to be within this first little bit before I actually start messing up anything serious. Let's just start checking these out. Yes, it goes from nothing to where you have fuel in most of these. There's a block of redstone for some reason. Okay, yeah, let's just keep on looking down then, I guess. This is not what I wanted to be doing right now. Sorry about this. No, this is super lame to watch me just wander around and try and solve this. Is anyone even watching still? Oh, maybe one person it looks like. Oh, here we go, finally. Okay, looks like I finally found it. After that entire amount of wasted time. Holy cow. Okay, well I'm glad that I ended up looking for it then, because that would have just been lost in the entire system right there, had I not looked for it. Just because these hoppers are pretty much cleared over, so I can't look underneath them once I've done everything. I have to physically do this. So that was just a really unfortunate misclick there. But it looks like I also had a bunch of other random crap in the system that I probably need to try and sort out in some of the other stuff as well. So maybe I should probably even just check that other one just to verify that everything is free and clear of random crap like that. Okay, I believe this was all the way up to the top here now. Okay, we can let this stuff start flowing in now. Oh my. Okay. Is it bad if I don't really want the Instacart to activate anything? I don't know, it's like with Parker being a little bit sick and stuff, then I kind of just don't want to deal with all of that right now. But at the same time, I do want to make a little bit of money if I can. Let's lock this. Lock the other side. Oh wait, now the glass is getting into there. Holy cow, that takes such a long time. Yeah, I think I'll just turn them all on. I was thinking about leaving it, but I don't know, just thinking back on it, it doesn't make a lot of sense to not have it going full speed again. I mean, unless all of a sudden my rates get horrible again or my frames, but I kind of doubt that right now. I think I'm going to try my luck. I do like the fact that it does the entire stream as well, because otherwise I'd have to be doing this on the other side. So it'd be even more work than it already is to get this thing turned back on. And most of the time I wouldn't turn these off at all, or I would get them set up slightly different. It's just that I did not have a lot of time, and I was trying to work at like 0 frames a second, so it was, I mean, it was about as bad of a slideshow as you can get in this game, you know, so. I'll just let those clear down. lost one there, right? Or a couple of them, maybe? What the heck happened there? Why did I lose two? Did I accidentally place another glass block on the inside? No? Oh no, never mind. I'm just crazy. Ooh. Okay, so it's something that we can get talking about, guys. What do you guys want to hear? Anything in particular? Okay, we'll just let those go for a little while. Is that one busted as well? Holy cow. I can't believe I did that same stupid flip on the redstone that I did on the other one. Okay, well they're both working now, we know that at least. Was this one backed up just as much as the other side was? With cactus? Oh yeah. Looks like it's even further than the other one was. Well, that's awesome. So if I can get that all the way backed up, then having cactus backed up into the system is just fine. And these ones, are they still dumping? Okay, that's dumping, that's dumped. Still dumping. Okay, so I believe that one needs a little bit. This one might be all the way done. And then if I do that, yeah, that one's still dumping. So we'll go ahead and call that good. Okay, so right here. Is there anything important above that? Yes, looks like. Okay. Parker, what are you doing, bud? Okay, so what we got here then was I'm gonna go ahead and put in, except these need to somehow work together. Are you seriously not gonna face that way for me? Because basically I want this chest to be the last step in that process, so that anything that makes it all the way down is going to eventually end up in that chest there. Except I want to turn it into a double chest. So I'm kind of hoping that if I... Did that make it a double chest? No, it did not. Wow, why is this so lame? Okay, I think that made it a double chest now. Okay. Cool, so same thing on the other side. We just got to do that little change on the end there, and we're going to be making some item elevators. that will take things all the way up to the top again. So this, take that out. So who is it that's still here watching? Is that Groovhagen? Or is that Gliz? Who am I even talking to right now? Oh, you want some pizza? Okay. Yeah, come get in your chair. Where did you find this at? Is my stream just dead right now? Maybe? I don't know. Can't tell what's going on anymore. Okay. So I need to build an item elevator. And what if we build it right up this? Facebook, holy cow. It's telling me I have Facebook notifications, but my deep dark secret is I could kind of care less about Facebook. I don't know, it's like how I stay in touch with certain people, but most of the stuff I see in Facebook is not from any of the people that I'm interested in seeing stuff from. Right, it's just kind of a good way to waste a lot of time. Okay, well, let's go ahead and maybe go down one more. Lower than this. And then we can pull this through, and I actually probably want to run it under this a little way because I need it to come into the back end of a dropper. Now this whole system is basically to compensate for the fact that I can get too much bamboo, hence the title. So I'm going to be trying to figure out the best way to fix that. So right here, first off, we need to make sure this is all the smooth stone so I know not to mess with it later on. So it should be like that. Looks like I need to go back one more here. And let's put the smooth stone under this level as well. And a little bit more. Holy cow. Can you guys even hear me in the stream? Looks like my mic is on. I'm hearing... Looks like things are picking up in the stream okay? Yeah. Is it actually streaming? It is streaming. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on then. So it looks like I have everything working on my end. So I don't know if it's just that you guys aren't hearing me, or if there's some other weird issue going on in the background that I don't know of, or I can't tell what it is. Oh, you know what? I need to fill this bucket with water. I need to grab a couple of soul sand as well while I'm over here. That's almost done. And also almost done. Okay. Well, that's all the redstone I need there. So now I can go ahead and pick this back up. And this is going to start getting filled back in a little bit, so I can fill this in. And then this is going to get the hopper, little hopper chain coming through here. It's going to lead up to that chest there. So I just need to try and get a little bit of height here. And boom, perfect. Okay, so now stuff can, if it ever makes it to this chest, it's gonna go down and get sent up a water stream here. Now I'll just put this all back over and we'll just have it nice and hidden again. And I guess for now I can put these here and we'll just fix that later, like, cause we're gonna eventually clear a lot of this out. But over here now, I need to start making my glass go all the way up to the top here. So I'm actually gonna need to probably go grab some more glass here in just a second. Maybe I should have grabbed an extra shulker. I do have a shulker on me, so probably just need to grab it and put the extra stuff in it. I think as soon as we're headed back down. Okay. So pretty much all of those except for one of those. And all of these can get put back in for the time being. We'll go ahead and put that in, the extra smooth stone. And right now we're gonna grab, we need at least 5 stacks per each thing, so another 3 here, plus 1 extra to make up the small amount of difference. And then we also need a little bit of that normal kelp, wherever that was. A couple stacks of that, I think. And then we should be okay just with that to do the rest of what we need to do at the moment. Okay, still just looking for orders. Is that so yummy? Oh, nice. Last night I made some French bread pizza. Parker seems to be enjoying it thoroughly. It looks like I'm not getting any of the weird stuff today with my stream totally freaking out completely. Looks like I've got a little bit more lino in the chest. Once we get to 5, then I can distribute some of that and we'll see what happens. I'm kind of curious to see, like, it took away my ability to be able to collect any extra lino. And I don't know what it is for you guys, if you're still able to collect lino, the little lemons or whatever. Or if you've got other things going on as well. I do think though that it's related to your like how much you guys join in chat and stuff and are messaging back and forth or whatever. Like how much interaction is going on in the stream. I guess is probably the best way to say that. Okay, now there's one thing with this, and that's that I need to remove the soul sand from down in the bottom, because I got a little bit ahead of myself, and that's not going to allow me to be able to place the kelp. So let's go ahead and hop on down, and I'm going to bust in through the side here, remove that soul sand real fast. And then see if we can just fly enough out. So the reason why is I'm going to be doing a little trick with kelp that is honestly one of the nicest things that they did in the water update, in my opinion. And it is the fact that, okay, we need to get just a hopper up here facing out as well on remembering this. So we'll want the hopper just facing that way, and then we can remove that, and that's fine to have these just not going anywhere. Anyway, so here I'll show you what I mean right here. So if I go ahead and put that down, what I can do now is just travel all the way down to the very bottom, right? But maybe I can show you with this. So if I try and grab water right here, I can right click, but I'm not grabbing anything. But once you put down a piece of kelp, that turns that block into a source block. So basically, just by putting kelp, you can turn flowing blocks into source blocks all the way up, and you don't need anything crazy special to do it. And for the item elevators to work, you need them all to be source blocks. So just by using that to make everything into a source block, then I can just travel all the way up. And now when I remove it, yeah, I'll just travel back up here from down below again. Anyway, you'll see what happens as soon as I put in the... Oh shoot, I don't want to be going in that way. Did that? I don't think that dispensed it at least. But I was a little bit off with where I needed to be at right there. Okay, let's see now. Anyway, so now you can see there's the bubbles there, which means that if I go ahead and take this up, it's basically working the same as this now, and is basically transporting all the items up to the top. Now the kelp, yep, there we go, that's kind of what I expected would happen. It's going to be a little bit messy, but that's not too bad, and now we can just go ahead and cover this over, and things will work out nicely. And that way we can see all the stuff that's going on right here and everything. So now time to do the same thing on this side. So I had that directly up to the side, and then there's the one that's poking out. So I might just go ahead and get this top set up a little bit, just so we know how far out we need to be. Oh, that was Parker. I heard a noise there and it was like, uh-oh, but that's just my son being my son. My silly little guy. Okay, so this should be like that, and then it will come around the top there, that's fine. And then this way. Okay, at least now with that, then I can kind of remember things a little bit easier. And we're going to go ahead and do the same thing that we did over there for that item transportation system, and just bring it on back up. Oh, let's see, I did it on the one that was in the back, right? So So let's take these then and just put that back in front. And then the area that I need to be clearing is right here. And I want to go under this one, so if we go down all the way to the bottom here, then it should be straight through here, right? And then I came around the back end. And then the dropper was right in this area. So I need to now go ahead and clean this up a little bit. I'm taking out way more than I want to be taking out right now, but it's just one of the issues with having the Instamine on right now. Okay, and I want these all the way up. Okay, so if we go to here, this is the dropper, and then one more back. And I don't think it matters how much room I leave there. Okay, perfect. So now the dropper is going to be right there, the stuff behind, so let's grab all that redstone. 5, 6, 1, and 2, and 1 dropper. Oh shoot, I needed to come on this way actually. Okay, because this can go like this, and then on up. Okay, perfect. So that goes on down. So we'll go ahead and just kind of clean this stuff up a little bit here. Oh, and I can get into this as well. Okay, now just go ahead and fill this all back in. I don't remember how I had that set up on the other side. Did I take it all the way up or did I leave it just normal? Looks like I left it normal all the way up. So I'll just put some normal stone back in. Okay, so we can do that, that's good. Okay, and now here, that is sufficient there. I believe this was going to stay solid all the way down. And go ahead and remove the one block here. And then this gets the smooth stone on top. Now we can start placing glass. Do you want more, Parker? You want more? Okay. Just a second, I'm gonna go grab Parker some more pizza. Here, just 1 second, bud. Just hurry and finish this little stack here and then head on down to the bed so it's daytime again. Oh, I guess it's already almost daytime anyway. Oh, well, let's see if it still works. Okay. Oh, he's eating off the pepperonis. He used to not like meat, and he'd like pick the pepperonis off and stuff. And I don't know what changed, but all of a sudden Parker's eating the pepperonis, and I am really excited because kind of wondering when he's going to start eating the meat. How do you have too much bamboo? Is that Dovin Cage? So first off, welcome to the stream and thanks for the follow. And I have too much bamboo because of this massive farm, so what all of this mess is that I have going right now is right here in front of me. Underneath, these are bamboo farms, and then of course cactus farm and another bamboo farm of the same size on the other side. And what happened is that these are producing, between the two smaller farms, way more bamboo than the cactus. So I don't know if you've seen a furnace-based XP farm before, but basically if you cook cactus in a furnace, it also generates XP. And so by having like tons of cactus to be cooking constantly, then eventually I can get it locked up in the furnace, and so when I take the dye back out, then it opens. Oh, you know what, this is all done. These are ready to start going again a little bit. Anyway, then you can start getting massive amounts of XP relatively quickly. And for the moment, a lot of this is actually kind of toggled off. So I'm going to start opening this up again. Because I just turned off these furnaces because they... like I used the XP underneath and I needed to let them drain so I could have everything ready again. Now that these are all drained, then I can turn them back on. Anyway, so I mean it took like 4 or 5 furnaces, but once you get everything going, then it really gets going good. And so they generate, because they're generating way more bamboo than I'm actually using to burn up the cactus, amazingly. Then I need to build another storage system. So I am building up a storage system now for all this stuff. And I mean, if you're still there listening, Dovin Cage, I'm not really sure because I can't tell how many people are in the stream at the moment. But basically, this is all survival Minecraft, no mods, no cheats, no hacks of any kind. And so I've just been building this entire like massive farm for about the last week. Just getting it all built up so I could have a reliable way of getting XP. Just because some of the 1.14 update kind of messed up my other XP farms, I guess. Like my Guardian farm wasn't producing as much, and I don't know, kind of running into some other issues with all that stuff. So I'm just building, I built a hopper stream that goes over, so if the bamboo ever gets all the way to the end, which it will eventually, then instead of overflowing the system, it's going to start traveling up this hopper stream. And oh poop, oh poop, oh poop. Let's hopefully hope that I can... I didn't mean to fall in this last little hole. This is where the water stream's gonna go. Anyway. Let me grab a few more things here and I'll go ahead and show you all this. Anyway, so I'm just gonna link everything together and then it should be good to... Oh shoot, again, are you kidding me? I don't know why I keep on doing that. It's like any other day I wouldn't make that mistake, but then as soon as I start streaming, then I start doing stupid stuff over and over. Anyway, this little trick that I'm using here, you might have seen it before, but you can actually use kelp to make source blocks, and of course you need source blocks for the bubble streams to work either with magma blocks or with the soul sand if you're doing an item elevator or trying to get items to go down. Or yourself to go down. I mean, now that that's done, I can go ahead and swap out for my soul sand and I'll have this to where all of the items will be able to work their way up now. So yeah, I hope that's a sufficient explanation. I don't know if my explanations are ever that amazing, but I hope that that at least makes some sense for you there. And I messed that up. I'm glad that I did this because I just realized that I didn't put that glass out quite far enough. And I was just about to close this off and call it good, so... Okay, well we can go ahead and do that, and we'll just cap it off there, that way all the items will go into that hopper. So now what I can do is I can start building out from that hopper to make a string of chests that go basically all the way back down to store all this stuff. I'm going to stagger everything, but I do need to grab this shulker right here. Okay, so let's see now. I need to kind of work my way up from here. But this is going to be feeding into some chests. The chests are 2 blocks over from the edge. Okay, so I actually probably want to build it from down below and just work my way up. And the one thing that's going to be difficult with all of this is just trying to make sure that I have the right side facing up. So let's grab all of this stuff for the moment. And how many blocks up am I going? Well, I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? So we'll just want the chests. Let's see, I said 2 away. We might actually want to go a little bit further so we can start it over this edge right here. And that means I want it on that level actually. So right here is probably just fine. So I'm going to need 3 spaces, 1, 2, 3. So let's go ahead and start doing this whole setup now. Oh shoot, actually, you know what, I already did that slightly wrong. Is this hopper gonna be locked though? That's like if I put something in there, okay, it's not locked because of that, that's good. Okay, anyway, so we'll have it accessible, but I want it so that I can grab stuff out if I need to. Did that get facing sideways? Okay. This is going to be a little bit funky because I have to do this little hop thing to try and get it on the correct edge there as I move up. And we'll hope that nothing gets locked as I am working my way up. Oh, you know what? There's a better way to be doing this. And that's just doing that and then doing it over and then that. There we go. Yeah, that's going to flow a lot easier now. And I don't know how many double chests this is going to end up being, but I'm hoping that it's going to be more than enough for a good amount of bamboo storage, right? So if I just keep on working this all the way up. Oops. I don't know if I've ever made a thing of chest this tall. But with all that this farm is putting out, then I'm going to need it to be pretty substantial. Now the whole idea with this is that it gets to where it fills up eventually just because I have way too much stock. But if I can get it to where it fills all the way up to the top, then I'm thinking about then trying to basically make it so that it will feed back into the main system here. Why did I even do that? Anyway, and then if it feeds back into the main system, then I might even be able to use the excess just to supply the furnaces, so I can turn off the farms and reduce lag. I just don't know how long it's going to take to do that. And I mean, this is going to be way too much bamboo overall once this is all finished here. Yeah, just a little bit earlier today for anyone that is just joining, I worked on building a tree farm, and that's where I got all of these chests from and most of the hoppers. The chests to make the hoppers with were just from that tree farm that I just built today, and it was working really well. So I'll probably be stopping back over there in the near future just to get some more of the wood that I need for some of these builds, because I'm going to actually start decorating this place eventually. Yeah, I love the whole thing though with bamboo, just that it can be used as fuel directly, because that really does simplify using a whole furnace-based XP farm, to where I don't have to worry about like doing it with kelp or something, right? So kind of curious to see if I see any other big major Minecrafters doing a similar thing to where they use bamboo to fuel their furnaces. Because it's like just relying on coal or another fuel source. It can be such a pain in the butt, like if you have to collect it all. Or even with wood, then, I mean, you can really be spending a lot of stuff if you Oh, that would finish so nicely. Okay, let's go ahead and do that then. Just remove that and pop that on. And then put that back. I really don't know how many stacks of chests that was. That was at least a couple though, I think, right? And that goes all the way up. So now when I check in here, anything that I dropped should be down inside. So let's go ahead and we'll just verify for sure that it's doing the right amounts of everything and we're not losing anything. So I'll just drop in all of my sea lanterns, and as long as we have 60 when we get down to the bottom, then we are in a great position. Also need to get out a little bit more glass, it looks like. I don't think I have any in this shulker, but let's check. Oh, I do have some. Okay, never mind. I don't need to go over there then. Oh, why is my phone not responding? Trying to check some other stuff that I have going on at the moment, but it's not wanting to respond very well. Okay, looks like my son is all done with his food, so I'm gonna go get him out of his chair, and I will be back in just a second. Is this just moving that slow? Why are the hoppers moving so slow today? Okay, well, I will give this a minute while I get him out of his chair. So, I might have to look into that a little bit, because it looks like it's moving stuff through, but just at an incredibly slow pace. Here, let's see what's going on. So it's using a good amount of my memory. Oh, is it only saying that it's allocated 5 out of the 6 gigs that it's supposed to? Okay, well, my frames are going up and down all over the place, but staying at a decent level for the moment. Here, what is it? Alt F3 that gets the... Oh no, that's not that. Control F3. No, Shift F3. There we go. Game renderer. The tick. So that's probably the tick that's using like 17%. So it's really struggling. Hopefully, once I get my server set up going, then it should help this out a bit. Because yeah, that's just moving way slower than I would want it to. Like, I don't know if it's just that something is up with the redstone or what exactly is going on, but you'd think that 60 would move through pretty quickly. Because like if we do a different example here of just that and put in 64 here, I'm pretty sure it's gonna go way faster. So I don't know why it's not going at this speed. So it might be that it is just a little too close to that redstone, and so it's slightly powering some of the stuff. I don't know. At the same time, it's not a huge deal if it does take a little bit longer, just as long as everything makes it through eventually. I'm just so undecided on what I want to do right here, because I could just go ahead and build it in this space here as well, and just take it all the way up from there, and that would work out as well. And it wouldn't take me too much longer now that I know the good method to do that with. Here, maybe let's do that, and if it makes a substantial difference in speed, then we'll go ahead and keep it and just take down that other side, because I just don't want to be wasting a lot of time on something that's going to be slow. Like, oh, if I can remember to do stuff in the right... Okay, here we go. Just remember the right method to go the fastest here. Just had a brain fart there. Had to think for a second what I was doing. So it's worth it to me to test this out, just because in the long run, if it is pushing in bamboo faster than it can move through the system at that pace, then I would really prefer not to use it that way. But if it's about the same speed once I get this one set up, then we'll know that it's just, for some reason, alternating chests and hoppers back and forth like this is just not going to be very kind to it. So oh my. My son is watching robots right now, and there's a robot dog, and so now he's just barking at the TV. He's got quite the imagination. I don't know if that was facing incorrectly. I don't feel like it was, so I'm just gonna go ahead and try that again. It probably was just fine, but I just felt a little bit weird about it, so instead of messing around with it, I'll just go ahead and do the safe thing there. Okay, still got a little ways left. Well, looks like the good news is that I should have enough of both chests and hoppers to make it all the way up to the top on both towers here. Once I get this one finished, and I know that it's already the same size as the one that I'll be taking down, so... And I only need to build one more on the opposite side. So Dovin Cage. Is that kind of like Dovahkiin? But... oh no, Dovin Cage. I guess it's not like Dovahkiin. I mean, maybe if that's what you were thinking, then that would have been interesting, but... okay, so if I change it, then it would just be changing this one. Or just dropping this one back down. Here we go. Okay, and come up this way. Okay, so now let's go ahead and I'm just going to go ahead and put the hopper there. And we'll drop 64 chests down in there and see if they move at a much faster pace. Because if this one's not even done, yeah, I only dropped 60 items. They're not trap chests. Okay, it is just incredibly slow, it looks like. Why is that? Oh, now it's going fast. Okay, yeah, that's what I want to see. Is that speed right there. So I think that we can deal with easily. I'm very happy with that. Okay. So yeah, it must have been something with the redstone was messing it up a little bit. I don't know. I'm not a crazy expert on any of this kind of stuff, but it does look like we know how we need to approach that now. Here, and I'm just gonna do this and just get it started so we know that it's in the right spot. Let's go sleep real fast. Technically I'm in a mushroom biome, so I don't have any hostile mobs near me. So that's not a big deal, but I've just had a few people comment that the lighting's a little bit better on phones and stuff as long as I have good lighting in my stream. Which I know that I've definitely seen watching other people streaming before, that, you know, sometimes if they're streaming and they're in a really dark spot in Minecraft, it can be almost impossible to see what's actually going on, so I totally get that sentiment. There we go, let's do that. And I'm going to go ahead and put the glass over the top here just to keep it from wanting to do updates. Oh, this is just going to be just as much of a mess taking down as it was to put up. How fast does the pickaxe break a chest? Not nearly as fast as... like, I think it's still much faster to just trade between the two tools. And if I do that... okay, well I think this is kind of a similar pattern to the other one, that will go a little bit faster here as we tear everything down. We'll just grab this stuff while we're up here. And just try not to lose any of these hoppers or chests on the way down. Just if they fall off to the sides or whatever on the rest of this build then. So definitely a little bit slower of a stream today. Normally I try and stream from, I don't know, around 11, 12 my time to 3 or 4. I had a break because I had to take my wife to work, and so I came back to it, so I'm gonna stream for a little while again. It's just amazing how long some of this stuff takes, right? Like just placing hoppers and chests is taking an incredibly long time. So I'll maybe do a little bit of this kind of stuff, just so that we leave that 5th panel open for the sea lanterns whenever we finally get to them. Pretty sure that we're getting reasonably close now. Oh, what the heck? Okay, I'm getting a little bit of lag here. Hopefully I don't start rubber banding too hard. I might have to restart the world real fast. Yeah, really just looking forward, like hopefully later today I'll be able to get a new server set up, so that can take some of the weight off of my computer from needing to do everything, and it'll just help things run better in general. Oh shoot. Oh good. Okay, because it's all the way backed up with cactus then. Looks like it didn't even mess anything up there. So we can just grab this stuff, put it back. And I'm pretty sure we checked all the way down, right? So got those back. All the stuff from there we're good. Perfect. Oh shoot. Are you kidding me? Just enough lag to make that one stupid hopper appear out of nowhere. Okay, was that it? I think that was it that I just grabbed there. So let's go ahead and start the other side now. Now, here, sorry, before I get too far, just one last quick look. So I went all the way up and then just looped it back around to the bottom there. Okay. I'm just making sure that I keep things symmetrical while I'm doing all of this building process. Okay, well, I'm thinking maybe once I make it to the end of this little build here, then I might just go ahead and end the stream, because things are not moving along too crazy well, and it's getting around that time for me that I need to be paying attention to other things a little bit more. So if anyone is still watching, I have a YouTube channel that is linked to in the About section. If you want any content that is like any of these kind of big builds, but just in a little more digestible form, then I have some edited videos. I also back up or make a like get the live stream uploaded onto YouTube. It's unedited, so it's just like how you're watching now, but if you want to watch later, you can do that. And yeah, I appreciate anyone that has watched this, and I hope you guys come back later, and that I'll see you guys next time. Yeah, definitely. I think we're getting pretty close here, so we'll just go ahead and finish this on up. Looks like we did lose our one viewer, maybe. Okay, well maybe I'll just call it here then, because this is really not the most entertaining thing to watch. See you guys next time.